Hello, and welcome to my channel, Elvis-A-Z. If this is your first time, or if you've been here before, welcome and welcome back. If you don't subscribe, subscribe, and if you like what you see, ring the bell, and I'll notify you of future videos that I post. Today, we're continuing with my review of From Elvis in Nashville. The collection that they released in 2020 of the remixes and the remastering of the 1970 Nashville sessions. And today we're going to be doing a review of some of the songs from Elvis Country. I really don't want to know, and there goes my everything. I'm really excited about this because I really don't want to know. It's just a favorite song of mine. There's a personal connection with this song, and I just love hearing him sing this. And the version that he did in the 1977 CBS recordings, I really don't want to know. It's just blows the roof off the place. So, like always, put your headphones on so that you can get the experience that we're trying to do here. And I'd also like to take note of something I'm doing a little different now. It was kind of brought to my attention that I never really thought about by one of the subscribers, Joran Bjelfelt from Sweden. He had mentioned that when I'm like pointing here to pointing here, I'm actually pointing opposite of what you guys are looking at. I never really thought about that. So he suggested that I either say like, watch it 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 12 o'clock center. So I'm going to do a couple of things here. I'm going to try to do the 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock. I'm trying to remember doing that. But what I've done is I flipped the camera. So as you can see in my hat, the wording's backwards now. So when I point to my right and say, oh, come out your right ear, you're going to be looking at the same thing. You'll be looking at the right side of my head in the video. So I hope that kind of helps you grasp what I'm doing. I really wish I thought about that earlier, but I'm really not going to go back and redo all the videos for that, but I think everybody's really been grasping what I'm doing with these. So anyways, let's get to business here. I really don't want to know. 1970, let's just listen. Close your eyes and listen and try to pick out what you hear around you. In the organ.
Oh, how many arms have held you?
Ooh, that piano, that organ, the guitar, the drums, and the acoustic guitar over in your right ear, just strumming.
And hated to let you go. How many? Oh, how many? I wonder. But I really don't.
You're over on the right. You hear the vibes. Listen.
I don't want to know. Oh, how many lips have kissed you and set your soul aglow. Yes.
All right. We got a lot going on here. It's hard for me to really focus because Elvis is just tremendous. His vocals on this is just, you're almost crying. His voice is almost crying. But now, in the right is an organ. You got the piano over here. You got the acoustic guitar. You've got some strings and some horns here. The horns are coming over in the right 3 o'clock on the horns. Over here at 9 o'clock, you've got the strings coming in. The drums are kind of pretty much center, and the bass is kind of pretty much center. Now, it's real light, but there's an instrument called the vibes coming out into the right side. Now, if you don't know what vibes are, when I prepare for these videos, I always take a look at the session log to see what instruments are going to have in it and who plays them. Charlie McCoy is playing the vibes. These are vibes. you kind of want to think of xylophone, but it's a little bit different. These are vibes. You can hear those in your right ear. Now, this is in the 1970 version. I can't tell you if it's going to be in the 2020 because I don't peek ahead on those. So that's what you're going to hear in your right ear, 3 o'clock. You're going to hear some vibes. Let's hear a little bit more of us.
How many? Oh, how many? I wonder. Yes, I do. But I really don't want.
Oh, there's a backup.
To know. So always me.
Okay, let's stop it right there for a minute. We'll finish that out in a little bit. Let's go to 2020 now. Let's see. Oh, I'm excited about this song. All right. I really don't want to know 2020. Ooh, piano's 12 o'clock.
Oh, how many arms have held you and hated to let you go.
Okay, electric guitar here is still over a 9, but you get the piano a little bit more center now.
How many? Oh, how many? I wonder.
That guitar,
But I really
organ.
I don't wanna know. Oh, how many lips have kissed you
Oh yeah, I like that.
and set your soul aglow? Yes.
Can you feel that bass drum and that bass guitar? Boom, right here in the center, right 12 o'clock. Boom, boom.
How many? Oh, how many? I wonder. Yes, I do. But I really don't want to know.
You really hit that piano in the center. Da, 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 da.
So always make me wonder.
Horns at 9.
And always make me guess. And even
Okay, it's starting to get a little crowded for me a little bit, and the vibes aren't there, but they really didn't hear much of them in 1970, but they were kind of a nice touch. Maybe they'll keep them in here. But it's starting to get a little bit too busy for me now.
you know, even if I ask you, oh darling, oh don't confess.
Okay, let's go back to 70. Let's listen to 70 on out. There's a little bit more of 70. There's a minute and a half left of it. Let's listen to a little bit more of 70 and see how they end that.
Make me wonder.
The strings and the backup.
And always make me guess. And
Yeah, it's a little bit busy on this one too. They got some strings and they got some they got some strings in the 70, which I don't remember hearing them in the 2020. Are they there in 2020? Here's 2020.
just let it remain your secret. Oh, for darling, darling, I love you so. No wonder.
Okay, let's not finish out 2020 yet. Let's finish out 70. This is 1970.
You know, even if I ask you, oh darling, oh don't confess, just let it remain your secret. Oh, for darling, darling, I love you so.
horns over here in
No wonder,
3.
yeah, no wonder, I wonder,
Da, 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 da,
'cause I really don't want, I don't wanna know.
All right, that's 1970. Let's see how they ended at 2020. I'm beginning to think that 2020 is not as busy as 1970 was. Let's finish out 2020 now.
Yeah, no wonder, I wonder, 'cause I really don't, I don't wanna know.
Organ, cymbals, electric guitar, boom. Actually, though I thought it was a lot busier in 2020 at first, but when I went back to 1970, it just seemed a lot busier. Both songs are great. I love them both. I like both versions. I like the ending of 2020 because it's just drops, and it's just electric guitar, riding the cymbal, and the boom right at the end. Let me know what you think. I love that song. That's just an awesome song. All right, let's go on to There Goes My Everything. 1970.
There goes my only possession. Oh, there goes my everything. I hear footsteps
Hear that horn at 9 o'clock on the left there?
slowly walking
With that acoustic guitar on the right.
as they gently walk across a lonely floor.
Notice how it's just faint, the acoustic guitar, but it's just got a nice little feature there.
And
The electric guitar on the left, 9.
is softly saying,
Here comes the strings.
darling, this will be goodbye forevermore. There goes
Backup
my
singers.
reason for living.
Right.
Oh, there goes the one of my dreams.
The one single voice just harmonizes with them there.
There goes
Horns
my
at 3 o'clock.
only possession. Oh, there goes my everything.
Okay, let's go to 2020 now. We've heard what's going on there. 2020.
There goes my only possession. Oh, there goes my
Real faint. You can hear the electric guitar obviously right there. The drums in the center. A little bit of bass and just a light little bit of
everything.
organ right here on the right, 3 o'clock.
I hear footsteps slowly walking as they gently walk across a lonely floor.
Acoustic guitar right dead center in 2020.
And a voice is softly saying, darling, this will be goodbye forevermore. There goes my reason for
No backup singers.
living. Oh, there goes
A little little bit of piano right there, 12 o'clock, right center.
Who's the one of my dreams? There goes my only possession. Oh, there goes my everything. As my memories turns back the pages, I can see the happy years we've had before.
Ooh, that organ's got a vibrato on it. It sounds kind of cool.
Now the love that kept us old.
You got some horns over here too, a little bit. Kind of going back and forth with the guitar.
Heart beating has been shattered by the closing of the door. Oh, there goes my reason for living. Oh, there goes the one of my dreams.
That acoustic guitar and that piano right there center. That's kind of a nice mix there. And actually, they've got most everything right in the center except for they've got the organ and the guitar over here. Doesn't jumble it up. It's nice. Backup vocals are gone, obviously. Okay, let's finish out 70. See how it ends.
As my memory turns back the pages,
Strings there, which aren't in 2020.
I can see the happy years
You can hear the bass guitar here over in the right, which in the 2020, it's in the center.
we've had before.
3 o'clock right there.
Now the love that kept us old, heart beating,
That sounds nice, those female backup.
has been shattered by the closing of the door. Well, there goes my reason for living. Oh, there goes.
Okay, so on 1970, they've got the backup singers. They don't have any of them in 2020, but I like it would have been nice if they kept the female backup in the 2020. So, a little bit more of 70.
Who's the one of my dreams? Well, there goes.
Okay, so you got horns. They're not. There's more instruments that are separated out throughout. You got your horns, you got your guitar, your acoustic guitar here, you got your electric guitar on the left, 9 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and then everything else in the center except for the bass guitars over at 3 o'clock on your right. Let's finish out. We know what 1970 sounds like. Let's finish out 2020 now. Let's just see how it all ends.
There goes my only possession. Oh, there goes my everything. There goes.
And horn, sounds like a trumpet. They've got the muffler there on it, on the trumpet.
My only possession. Oh, there goes my everything.
Nice ending. Nice ending. Well, my favorite's 2020 on There Goes My Everything. Except I would have liked to have heard just a little bit of the female backup there when they had them in 1970. All the bass instruments, the bass guitar, the drums, and they've even thrown the acoustics. They're all like at 12 o'clock right in the center. And then they just highlighted the left and the right between the organ and that little trumpet bit with the muffler in it and the electric guitar. Two great songs. I really don't want to know. I could listen to over and over and over. It's just such a great song. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. That's my opinion of what I like. Let me know in the comments and the feedback what you think about it. Appreciate you stopping by. We'll see you soon.